Hello and welcome to US Tzu Chi 360. I'm Dilbar Shatterson. To sell supermarket goods, some of the nation's largest brands use images that consumers might trust. For example, the little red boxes with the pretty lady who holds her basket full of grapes. She is perfect. She is young. She is also always fair-skinned. But this portrait didn't quite fit what we saw in grape country, Fresno, California. As per Charles Colby's report on the California raisin industry, raisin grape culture was introduced into the San Joaquin Valley in 1873. Almost a century and a half later, you can only imagine how much the raisin and grape industry has grown there, but also how much growers actually rely on dainty young ladies to work their fields. Let's meet Stephen Vroon from Tzu Chi's 20-year-old medical foundation to learn about the work that he and his team are doing to alleviate the hardships of the people you won't see on a box of raisins.
I started joining Tzu Chi because of my wife was introduced Tzu Chi to me. She asked me to come and look for volunteer at Tzu Chi during weekend.
Steven found Fresno Tzu Chi office and he started joining Tzu Chi. And it's very grateful that Steven and I are doing Tzu Chi together, even our two young kids.
1.5 million Mexicans are living in Central Valley. 80% of them are undocumented people. And this area is, number one is agriculture. I'm visiting the fields in my last 4 months.
Trabajo desde mucho tiempo en el field y pues es un poco dificultoso, pero estamos acostumbrados.
Pues si tuviéramos dinero no veníamos aquí. Es muy duro el trabajo que nos dan. Nos levantamos a las 4 de la mañana, a las 3 de la mañana para irnos a trabajar.
Muchos como yo casi no tenemos aseguranza para ir al doctor, pues casi no vamos.
Los pedidos que te hacen, tiene uno que cumplir. Todo lo que te piden, lo tiene uno que hacer.
Cualquier accidente, resbalarse o caerse, tenemos que solventarlo nosotros mismos.
No tener seguridad, pues no tiene uno papeles. O sea, tenemos mucha necesidad, pues, para obtener esa seguridad o algo que nos cure.
El 99% la desesperación de que tener un seguro médico que nos ayude en un programa o algo.
It's not easy, yes. I can do this. Really, yes, my respect to these people because thanks to them we have food.
The mobile clinic we have we opened it since May 2012. We have it every Tuesday, 9 to 2. Welcome to our office here.
Thank you. Can we have a look?
Sure, come in, have a look, yeah. Soon to be dental, okay? And this one is our conference room. Then we have a planning is probably acupuncture room, but this location is for follow-up. When they go money clinic, they come back here. Then our doctor have a patient chart and follow-up.
I love medicine because I love life. And I found that just like anybody's life, they can be struck by cancer. I had it twice. That's what brought me here in the sense that I gotta do something for other people.
At the end of the day, I was tired, but I was exhilarated. And I thought, I think I'll do this again. Been about 3 years now, I think. I'm working on my 3rd year. Part of the reason why I show up is that it's a pleasure helping people.
We are lucky this building is a 5,000 square feet building. Like we just came back from Modesto. So everything will be put here, clean up, restock for this coming week event in Fresno. So we have a storeroom to lock all the patient charts, at least 10 to 15,000 files. On the map that we go through, the one that Fresno organized all the outreach, yeah, we try to slowly go into digital version. With that, we have Sister Olivia, Brother Ron that help us to write a ES chart. During the event, we can able to capture all the medical data.
Okay, this is the screen that we're going to see. And we have registered a patient, enter patient treatment information, and we do survey. Right after we enter the patient ID, the patient information will be sorted. We found that it's very efficient and it only takes us 2 to 3 seconds to complete one patient registrations.
By end of the day, we're able to save at least 8 hours. 每一个 per student, how do you track 那个 hour 嘞?
And I only do practices.
Oh, that's good. be okay, man. Don't worry. Be good, okay? Bye-bye. All right. Okay. Every day, drop off the kids and then go to meetings and do Tzu Chi stuff after that. So that's about the routine every day here. Oh, we don't have time to cook for them so that we can do Tzu Chi stuff. We bring our mobile on that day to provide a flu shot. The cost of doing a flu shot by itself, it probably costs about $25 if you want to do it, pay yourself to get a flu shot. And we provide them free.
I was also asked to give for flu shots, and we will give over hundreds at a time. And that was always nice to do because you're helping people.
Majority of the people there on that day are first time doing flu shot.
Va a ser la primera vez.
Ok, gracias. ¿Y en qué trabaja?
En la uva.
En la uva.
It's my first time getting a flu shot.
My first time flu shot. Thank you.
Yes. Feel. Grab for me. And in the field?
Thank you for
thank
your effort,
yeah.
your time
Yeah,
here.
they work about $15-20 a day. And that's really one day of work going to a flu shot.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And on that day, we able to see about 46 patients with flu shot. And I think it's a pretty good turnout. Because we have a very tight schedule on that day because right after that, we have to go back to get a truck and loading for setup that evening for the next day outreach in Fresno City College. Usually we load, probably take, 5-6 of us go loading a whole truck of 24-foot truck with heavy equipment, everything.
I had to climb onto the cabinets that we make, the impromptu cabinets, and put chairs up and put other items up, but you don't really think about how tired you are. And so we had the Tzugus here, we had another volunteer, Paul, and the ladies, the great spirit, great heart, the Tzugus, and moved all of that from here to Fresno City College.
Because we average about 15 to 18 outreach a year. Load it up, load it down, clean it, and load it up again. Majority or the core team of Tzu Chi medical team in Fresno are female. Average about 60 years old, all of them. And we are very grateful of their determination and belief in the medical mission in Fresno.
Hi.
We okay, huh?
Almost. Always get energy.
It's a 20-foot truck. There's a lot of equipment, a lot of instruments have to put in. And all those instruments are very, very heavy. We have to lift up and down. By 6 o'clock, we'll be at the Fresno City College, where the event is. Then probably take another 2.5 to 3 hours to unload the truck and set up the whole event.
And now we need to set up all the equipment for dentists, just like a little hospital.
By the time everybody get done on that night before the event, is go home about probably 10 o'clock at night. And that's pretty much standard what we always happen in every clinic we do.
As you just saw, volunteers will go through a lot of physical hardship, a part of the story that's not usually emphasized. Moreover, another aspect that isn't advertised among volunteers is the personal sacrifices they make for the sake of altruism. According to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, an organism is said to behave altruistically when its behavior benefits other organisms at a cost to itself. Yes, Tzu Chi volunteers devote themselves to serving others without reward, but what is the cost? How much can we give, but also how much can we afford to sacrifice? This is one of the most complicated and unspoken issues that Tzu Chi volunteers will face. Let's go see the progress of this year's outreach during Binational Health Week, where we'll understand the passion, but also the challenges that confront its many volunteers.
Let me show you where our volunteer, get our local volunteer and doctors come and sign up. You just log into our Fresno website, sign up for volunteer. They just click in, let's say they want to come to October event. Then you go into the web here, all this information all listed here. So I think Fresno the only one that use this method to approach our medical provider.
Right now, we would like to start the opening about talking about the Binational Health Week.
Without the Tzu Chi Clinic, our progress with our services could not have happened.
We do every month our clinic. You can refer all your clients to us. We provide healthcare and they provide health information.
So our focus has been, those three, has been the immigrant population, the uninsured, as well as, low-income communities. I think, the partnership that we have with Tzu Chi is just the best progression we could have ever had with Binational.
The first person that got there said he was there by about 2:30 in the morning, so I try to get out there as early as I can. I think the best is always just being out there and interacting with the patients, even though I may not have a lot of time. Even in that moment that I'm able to make that announcement or maybe give that ticket or maybe interact with one of the kids that's running around having fun, oblivious to what's going on, but even that small connection, that for me brings great joy.
Trabajando me lastimé y ya no nos atienden porque no tenemos dinero para pagar un dentista y dan aquí muy buen servicio, entonces hay que aprovecharlo.
Yo tengo que buscar servicios para mis hijos, no puedo esperarme.
Yo trabajo en el PIL, que el medical no me cobre para ciertas cosas.
Como el trabajo nada más, ¿como cuánto ganas al mes?
Ya vamos a poder ganar 90, pero aquí con la limpieza están cobrando bastante.
Porque no tengo aseguranza y mi trabajo no ofrece la aseguranza le ayuda mucho los trabajos que están haciendo ustedes.
From nobody to now, we pull about 150 volunteers and 50 community booth volunteers. And that's a unique part of Fresno. We use a lot of community partners and community volunteers to support this event.
For me, I want my students to give back to the community. They have a skill that they can share with people. You get a toothbrush? Isn't that good? Back and forth. When I see them here like this, it makes me feel very proud of them, first of all. I will just say that these are some of the hardest working people I've ever seen in my life. And you can just see the dedication. And it's so calm in here. There's so many people here.
And by far, I wouldn't change anything. It was so cool seeing everyone smile on their faces and being able to make their day. My first patient who came in, she was so grateful when she sat down in the chair, and she hadn't had any dental insurance, and when I got finished cleaning her, she could not say thank you enough.
Our doctors in Fresno, we have pretty much at least 30 plus providers that consistently come to Fresno. Like, for example, Dr. Fong, he joining since 2001 with us, and he's a Baptist Christian. And he's a very good doctor, and he's a very detailed doctor. And also Dr. Fruits, he's joined us probably 2 years ago, and he never missed a single event with us because he so believes in the mission, what we do for the people. And also we have Muslim doctor, Dr. Martin, and he's a retired doctor now, used to work for Kaiser, and he's very supportive with us. We always have a lot of volunteers get touched. I was told that we have 15 new applications of volunteers on that day.
I saw the way the doctors were interacting with the patients, and they showed real concern for the people, and that touched my heart. So, yeah. I want to volunteer. I want to be a part of what the organization is doing. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
And that's from the heart, that we're able to do something for the poor. And that's why I love this place.
It's the thought that you can help other people after you've been to receive help, see?
It felt very good volunteering here, and I got the chance to change the dressing of a patient today, and that was a good experience for me. And it felt good helping.
You feel good helping them, huh? Glad to see you.
Yes, nice meeting you. Thank you.
Steven is a very committed volunteer. Sometimes he's moving too fast. That's me.
Personally, she's my wife and give me a lot of support.
In our life, it's kind of like you cannot separate from Tzu Chi. Wherever we go, whatever topic that we talk about in the car ride, 50% belong to Tzu Chi.
I can consider when my journey in Tzu Chi is very lucky because I have a very supporting wife and my kid understand. We go everywhere together with the kids, and as long as the kids not in school, we have outreach, we go. In usually outreach, my kid usually help out do make balloons.
I'm making animal food for the kids, and now I'm making a rabbit. The kids get really happy after I give it to them. ¿Tenías tu miedo? I got a video.
And give it to them, cheer them up. And before the event, usually she will help us move the chair, arrange the chair, patient chair, lift the chair, all those things. So over the years, she knows. My daughters, Alvina and Brianna, I can see from my kid is they build up their compassion.
Like sometimes they kind of prefer Tzu Chi activity compared to school activity. Yeah, and they're always so proud in school that they say, they want to be like the daddy, can go to Haiti and help people.
The teacher asked her write an essay, how to give her, what do you want to do with a pot of gold to the class, write an essay, what do you want to do? Most of the classmates say, I want to buy a toys, Nintendo, PlayStation. My daughter was say, I'll give it to my dad to build a house in Haiti, you see.
In first grade, the teacher asked her, what are you going to be when you grow up? She said she wants to be a housewife. Then the teacher asked her why, and she said, I want to be like mommy. And she take good care of us, and she contribute all her time to do Tzu Chi, to help people.
Okay, bye, see you guys later. I leave the house at 5 o'clock morning or 4 o'clock morning sometime. And by the time I go home, it's really 1 or 2 o'clock midnight. And I hardly see my daughter. Then my wife only showed me the newspaper that wrote.
Every week, one kid will bring home a piece of paper, like they have to write all about themselves and who are their hero and what they like. And one day, Alvina brought the news, the poster back, and she always said her daddy as a role model. Yeah, and Steven's kind of very touched. And
I don't have a luxury to spend a lot of time with my daughter, go to movie, or go to see a show, or go to a friend party, because every weekend they go to outreach. They go somewhere, go do Tzu Chi. It's very grateful, my kids, my wife, that support and work along with me to volunteer, to serve.
¿Cómo estuvo tu limpieza de dientes, mamá?
Yes.
Because I had the acupuncture and I had a
I had dental, acupuncture, and my flu shot too.
Y a la gente que les interesa, que vengan, porque sí ayudan mucho. Thank you for everything that you have done for us.
This is the work that Tzu Chi does. This is the work that needs, to be recognized, how wonderful they are.
This year is a 20-year anniversary for the medical mission in US, and for Fresno, we just had our 10-year anniversary too. See? At the end of the day, we was able to help 200 over patients. So far, since 2002 until now, we're able to help approximately 13,000 patients, and with over 60,000 services in dental, medical, acupuncture, vision, and chiropractor. And also, we're able to save the county about $7 million.
Volunteer is no retirement. Until I cannot move. I will volunteer until I cannot move. Yeah.
There'll probably be another, young, hopefully dedicated volunteer that will come, and I'll be the shigu helping to load however I can, trying to prevent injury. But so I'll be here for the long haul.
Unless I'm limited by mental incapacity or physical incapacity, I don't see any reason to quit. I look forward to it because it's a gift, and it's so pleasurable to give. And Tzu Chi offers that opportunity, And our differences in culture mean nothing. It's the heart.
Okay, through the 12 years, it's been an experience for me that I love and will never forget. I will do this until God says I can't, which is when I die.
After the outreach, everybody feels so exhausted, but inside our heart, we feel so happy because we are able to see so many patients and help them.
A lot of people say medical mission is very hard to do, and you have to be a doctor to do it. And with myself, a background with finance and no medical history at all, we still, and all our core team, not one single one of them is in medical field, but we believe in what we're doing. We just take extra time to learn it.
As we celebrate the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation's 20th anniversary this month, we also celebrate the many volunteers that help bring necessary medical aid to the underserved in the US. And as you've seen, being a volunteer is demanding. But for those whose tears flow over the act of giving, it is their dedication that is perhaps among the most sincere. In fact, it was Master Zhang Yan who said that giving is not the privilege of the rich, it is the privilege of the sincere. Until the next anniversary, we can only wait to see the new faces to help them bring wellness across the US. Special thanks to the medical team and all its little helpers in California. And thank you for joining us. I'm Dilbar Shatterson, and I'll see you next time.